M0FXB Handtech. Welcome to my videos on the XIEGU GSOC. Let's upgrade the firmware to the latest version 1.3 in 2024. Go to this page here and click firmware, which is the top one just here. Click to download. Of course the link will be in the description. So we're going to click that and you'll see it go to your downloads folder, which is up here. Let that complete. Click the down arrow and have a look inside the folder and then click it. Now what I like to do is just take the image and put it into a folder that I've created. So on the right here, just go right click and go new folder and then call it GSOC, just so you know you can find it. Then I go to see the documentation we've got here. You've got the firmware tool, we'll look at that in a minute, but let's go to the actual firmware, which is here where it says FW 1.3. Double click and see that image. We want to put that somewhere where we can find it easy. So I'm just going to click it and drag it into that folder. You literally hold your finger and let go and it will send it across, and then just go into that folder and make sure it's there. So the folder's called GSOC, and I know that in that folder, I know it's massive here, but there's the image we need. So that's cool, we found that. So now we're going to go back to the download, like so. This is our download. We want they call it a tool, but it's actually called Rufus. Okay, so let's show you Rufus, which is an image burning program. And don't be scared by this, it's okay. It's going to work well. So SD tool here, double click it. Then it says Rufus. Double click that. Let it run, and it's going to open the program that we're going to use to load the firmware. Okay, I'm already running it, that's why it gave that error. This is the program. Okay, now let's grab a blank SD card and format it. Just like this. They don't cost much. They're about £5, £6 on Amazon, but it's the micro version. Okay, grab that and put it into your adapter. Something like this. Put it into your PC and then format it. So mine's in the PC. If you click your yellow folder here, okay, mine's in the F drive there, and then what you want to do is right click and click format, and it's going to get that card ready for you to format. Click OK, and then it does that. We've now formatted it, a nice blank SD card. Now we're going to run Rufus, which I've got down here on the left. You might find it just by clicking the Windows, but look for Rufus, R-U-F-U-S, and this is ours here. We're now going to go here, it says select the image. Now remember we put that image somewhere where we could find it, desktop, we called it GSOC, so there it is there. And if it's not in, I like it on its own, so let's go down one. There it is there. Double select that. So that's version 1.3. And you see at the top boot F, and it's selected the one I've got, which actually is a 32 GB, but that's plenty. Then click start. You'll get the warning, just click OK. And then it says deleting partitions, blah blah blah, and it's going to load that up. And then we're going to go over to our new GSOC, and to load it up is very easy. You literally just put it in and turn it on. Should get a nice message at the end. All the links will be in the description. Right, that's ready to go. Let's grab that card. Okay, at the device, we're going to grab our micro SD card. It looks like it goes to the left hand side. And just carefully put it in. I put sellotape on mine, it's easier to hold it, but it does have the gold side facing you. So put it in like so, and put it in really gently, and just gently, you'll hear it click. If you have to force it, if it doesn't feel right, stop and just make sure you've got it in the right way around, you've got it in the right gap. You don't want it falling in or squeezing in behind or in front. Okay, so now that's in, we can bring the power to it. We're going to plug our power in the normal way. It's just the usual 12 volts. The power cable does come in the box with the unit. You might have to feed it with, you know, with a power supply or a connector. But anyway, that's on, and let's just turn it on. And the way it works is it will only look to update the firmware when there's actually a micro SD card in the device. Let's just watch it. Give it a minute, be patient. There it goes. It did take a couple of minutes. It says writing. I'm too scared to touch it. See if I can dim it a bit. That's what we're seeing. Writing, kernel, it's all Linux stuff. Right, and that should be it. So now, before we turn the device on, what we're going to do is take out the SD card. It's really important, because if we don't, it's just going to keep trying to load the firmware. So we're going to pop it out. And who knows if there's going to be new firmware updates, but it's 2024 today, May the 21st. Power's in. Now remember, it's not connected to the unit yet. We'll do that in another video, but it's very straightforward. I will show you. Just boot it up. It's a shame it doesn't show the firmware when it boots up. You know, the firmware version. Ta-da! Now I definitely can tell just looking at it that it's a much it feels sharper than it did before. But anyway, it's not connected. Now I'll just quickly show you, but we're going to do a proper connection video for this, how to connect this. But the front unit comes off your XIEGU or your, I haven't done it with the 5105, but we'll just wiggle that off. One cable. Now to take the head unit off, it literally was just 4 screws on either side. So then the head unit, which is powered off at the moment, plug the right end in. Goes here, and you've got screws there to hold it in place. And you can, the idea is you can tuck this box away now somewhere tidy and get this main unit. I think it makes sense to, you know, turn it off. It's a big unit, isn't it? It's not small at all. So you plug your remote in. Whilst we've got the remote showing, have you noticed there's a speaker there as well? But anyway, the other cable, these 2 jacks here, one goes in the IQ, one goes in the back of the G90 unit. Just in here. You still need to power the unit in the normal way, just here, like so. And of course, you still need to add your antenna. So antenna, IQ, and power. And then you can pretty much put that unit wherever you want. So if we turn around this unit here, and I'd be very, it's a big unit. You don't want to drop this on the floor. It's that kind of unit. So I'd be very cautious what you do with that. So let's power on the actual XIEGU, because we do want that on. Well, we've sent power to it anyway. So let's now turn this on. Oh, we need to put the power here. I haven't done that. Let's put the power back. Just the power on the right hand side at the bottom there. And then we can hold down the power. And I did hear something click then. Remember the previous unit, you can see there in the background, it's still completely usable. You just take that connector off, put this on, and you're back to where you were before you installed this GSOC unit. Right, and I haven't set any parameters yet. Don't forget, Yeah, so I literally haven't done anything. But we'll just quickly go 7 megs. You can hear the volume. Antennas on. LSB, VFO-A. That's your enter button. What we'll do, we'll do tutorials on using this device, but right now it's just to show you that after the firmware. That's just squelch there at the back. Volume. Oh, earphone and speaker. Oh, look at that. So we can just touch the screen. Let's go up one.
All set up very, very nicely there. So, you have fun, enjoy there. Oh, I prefer the old car. I prefer the old car though, Manfred. I'm not quite sure the balloons go well on it, but I prefer the old car.
There you go. If we move off a bit. Now remember, I've never used this device. We just go power. Move that right down. Push enter. And then I'm just going to test the tuner. Tuner on. Remember, it's up to 20 watts. Hold it down. Yeah, you can hear it chugging away. It's not the bassiest speaker. I think it'd be nice to have a bit bassier, but we can play around with different. They've got an equalizer in here. AGC Auto, ATU. There's your different modes. Look, that's your enter. VFO A and B. Comp, equalize, EQT, that's there. There's noise reduction, which we can just touch the screen. I'd like to know where the RF gain is. RIT. We know that's power. That's ATU. AGC Auto. Different. That's a bit more bass here, isn't it?
Keeping with the car, of course. No problem. Well, hope you can come across something without too much having to spend a small fortune.
I'll tell you what the good thing is.
Fantastic looking machine.
This is running. I've got the latest 1.8 firmware on the G90. I've got the latest 1.3 firmware, yeah, on the GSOC, and it's all working, because a lot of people have said it doesn't work with all the latest firmware. I'm not sure, maybe they meant certain functions, but at the moment, because don't forget this thing decodes line color, fill color, look. It's just span. See that moving. Wonder if we can change these colors. Scope. We've got scope. I don't know what that means. Oh look. You have scope. I get it. What you have a menu. Hit it once. You've got your span, your level, waterfall level. Can make adjustments there. Let's see what this one does. Not sure what that one did, but anyway, you've got one menu for the waterfall, and you can tap the screen and it changes frequency. Well, it did just now. Oh, I noticed there's a mouse there showing. I haven't plugged in a mouse to this yet. I'll try that in a separate video. So did I stop that from being hit it again. That was radio. If you get new menus. Oh, this is the decode menu. you know, remember, I don't know what I'm doing here. So how do we come back out of that? No idea. Users and users. I can still hear the tuner going. So is there a back button? Well, I think we'll end it there. I think we pretty much established that the firmware has worked, and lots more videos to follow as we learn every function of the GSOC. And of course, don't forget the G90 is still a fantastic device, even without needing the screen upgrade, which is about £350, 7.3.